travel ticket.
Hey, what's that?
What the hell is going on there?
Hey, get out of the way! Move!
Wait.
Hi, I'm Mike Conway. 30 years and 60 pounds ago, we shot The Black Crystal, and I played Will, and I wrote, directed, edited, scored it. And as you see, all these years later, I'm still into the music. I still make indie movies. I still love it. But we shot for 2 weeks in Tucson, Arizona in 1989. And I paid the actors $50 a day and fed them turkey bologna sandwiches every day. Awful. I would go to the store, get lunch meat, soda, chips, and the one day I forgot chips, I caught hell, understandably so. Chances are, if you opened up a video store in the 90s, the Black Crystal was part of your catalog. And that happened because the guys at Radon Entertainment, who were the distributor, they put the product number into all the databases, and this made it into a lot of stores. It was only released on VHS, but imagine my surprise all these years later that Bleeding Skull wants to do a DVD release, so it'll be digital finally. So we put an ad in the paper, and I put actors needed for local film, knew they were going to be alphabetical, and about 136 people came out and read in front of a video camera. So from that pool of talent, we selected Lily Santoro as the witch, Mark Lang as Daniel the Warlock, Shane Eden, Kerry Wallum, Russell Fowler, Larry Bennett, a whole slew of really interesting people. And if any of you guys are watching this, I had so much fun making this with you. You guys were awesome. So Russell Fowler plays my brother. He lives in Florida. And he said all the people were asking, why is there such a disparity of scenery? Why is there cactus in this scene and pine trees in this? Well, Florida's flat, but out west, you have the mountain ranges, so you have the desert, the flora in between, and pine trees, and sometimes ski lifts at the top. So it was August. It was hot. I wanted to shoot in the pines. It was 25 degrees less. So we shot half the movie there. I did work with Lily again on the movie Terrarium. She played an astronaut who gets dragged away by a carnivorous space monster. And then Mark Lang, years back, came out to my house here in Las Vegas, and he stayed here while he's working on another project. So I grabbed my handy cam and interviewed him. And like a dork, I do it in the third person like I'm not Mike Conway. I don't know why I did that, but because you're about to see that footage. But Mark had some great insight, so here's that.
Can I help you with something?
Yeah, I was just admiring this car. I've been thinking about buying one of these for some time now.
Well, it's not for sale. Besides, it's not mine.
Oh, really? Well, where can I find the owner?
You can't. He's not in town. Oh!
I think you better be honest with me. It's the polite thing to do. Now, where is he?
I don't know! Ah! Ah!
Let's hope you remember before you run out of bones.
Ah!
Okay.
I said, Dad, I actually have the second dumbest thing I ever did in my life on film. He said, what was that? And I said, well, I got buried up to my waist in my underwear, and they made a dummy out of my only pair of pants and my only pair of shoes, and they were supposed to park a truck on it, and they drove right down and ripped it up.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt a lot.
And the wheel was about that far from my spine, and the hole could have collapsed. I could have been crippled for life, all of that kind of stuff. And he just got mad and said, now, how in the world could that be the second dumbest thing you ever did? What could possibly be the dumbest thing you ever did? I said, well, Dad, I sat in the hole and let him stitch up my pants and do it again. I got that on film too. So I kind of like to show Dad that because I've always told him that I get so deeply into a part that it just tears me up. That's my example.
Anything else about the movie you can recall? Or
Yeah, turkey bologna sandwiches in the sun.
Oh yeah.
Showing up for work with a hideous hangover, dry heaving all day, and then being asked by the assistant director if I could do it again tomorrow because it gave an edge to my character. I remember that. Let's see. Yeah, The Hangover, the sunglasses that said Coca-Cola on them down here that I don't think anybody noticed.
Now, Mike, he originally thought of you as a good guy when you came in and read because you read so sincerely. How'd you feel about playing a villain like that?
Well, when I first got the phone call, the first thing he said was, if I give you this part, I'm going to pay you a little more money. So, there you go. I was all over it. I don't care if I play good guys or bad guys as long as I get plenty of work and the checks don't bounce. It's just they're all flip sides of the coin. And I've done film. I did The Black Crystal and The Young Riders. Hey Dude, I still run into little girls who remember me from Hey Dude and think I'm a genius. As a matter of fact, that's what saved one girl from getting strangled one night in the West Village. I was just walking down the street and a couple of punk young girls, maybe 14 years old, are sitting on a stoop smoking cigarettes, and the one girl's talking really loud about acting. And I just heard her say something about how the union screwed her. So I stopped and I said, the union's always been good to me. She said, well, what do you know about the union? I said, I'm in the union. I'm an actor. I've done some stuff. Well, what have you been in? Well, Hey Dude was a non-union shoot, which was before I joined the union, but I figured it was something she had seen. And she was sitting there just being so snooty and snotty. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's a kid with a better career than I've got. So I'm just getting ready to strangle her when she says, hey, dude, I used to watch that. What were you? I said, I played the guy that crash landed his airplane onto the ranch. You're brilliant. That saved her life. So I let her go on that. So I film, stage, drama, good guys, bad guys. And I've done voiceovers for a toy company. Handheld video games for Sega and various characters. I get told I have an announcer's voice all the time, but all the voiceovers I've ever done have been really strange characters. I actually did a handheld video game for Sonic the Hedgehog, and he's got a high squeaky voice. And I went and I said to the sound technician, I can't do that voice. I listen to my voice. He goes, yeah, now listen to this. And he pitch shifted on the computer the voice down from the cartoon. And when he got it down to my range, the guy sounded about like me. So it was a question of watching a bunch of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons for about a half an hour with a cup of coffee to get a feel for the rhythm and the way and the things that he said. And then I just read the lines and he pitch shifted it up, and you can't tell it's not the cartoon. But I'd like to do more voiceover work because, then you can sell things you don't believe in, but nobody actually sees your face.
He must be somewhere close to the highway.
Don't fool yourself. He's close by.
Yo, babe! I brought the marshmallows. Let's roast a weenie. Ah!